Hello, man. Hello. Welcome back to the Bluegrass Iracing series live at Auto Club once again. And we're very excited to be back with our Xfinity series tonight. We're ready for a good night of racing, as last night we had our truck series. Tonight we are having the Bluegrass Xfinity series, and tomorrow night we'll be having the Cup series. So really quickly, before we go into qualifying, we're going to quickly go through our national anthem and our sponsors. So we're going to go ahead and go and rise if you're able. And we'll put on the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the lands of the free and the home of the brave?
All right. And qualifying is underway now. Got a few drivers on track. That is. Here we can go through some of our drivers tonight. John McAdam, hometown from Dew Shore. Right now, rolling in the 4th position. You see right there, Jonah Colbert right now on pole. Matt Grenier not too far behind. Jacob Fiffield's going to move up into that 3rd position, and John McAdam up to 2nd. John McAdam going to run a 40.45, and James Allen going to make his way up into that 2nd position with a 40.34. Still Jonah Colbert, our leader right now. Alex Pinn going to put himself in with a 40.41. That's going to move his time up to 3rd. Nicholas Haysha's on the track in his 28 machine. Austin Allen's also on the track in his 27 machine. Right now, Nicholas is going to be P10 and Austin will be P11. Chris LeBourgeois rounds out 13th right now. Tony Iverson out on track. The iconic Flames on the 24 machine tonight. David Farmer on track. He's going to put himself right now in 5th place with a 40.42 in his 84 machine. As you see, he is flying right now. This looks like it might be his better of the 2 laps. He's pushing for it. Jason Harrison also on track, putting in his lap time. Jeremy Vaughn also on track from Pecola, Oklahoma. And David Farmer at the line is going to stay 5th. 40.42. Times are very close right now. As you see, not much difference between the drivers. by a couple tenths of a second, that is. Jim Ott on track right now is going to roll P8. With that floor machine in 8th place right now. Jason Harrison is going to round out 13th. Last night's winner, Keith Hackney, out on track. Started from 38th last night. Not looking to start from 38th tonight. Keith Hackney off of turn 4, coming down the front straightaway. Keith Hackney with that first lap. That might have been his out lap, that is. He still has not had a actual lap in. Backing down the backstretch. To be his first lap. Second lap might be quicker, so you see him run that outside to gain as much momentum as he can. See right now, 3 minutes left to qualifying. Hackney coming across the line. P2, right behind Jonah Colbert. 0.8 of a second slower. Still have John Kinder, Michael Cole, Finley Fitzsimmons, Brian Terry, and Thomas Ferreira to qualify. But as of right now, the top 22 have qualified. No cars currently on track right now here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. Everyone has seemed in to put their times. You know what? I sometimes have, sometimes the words just don't come out of my mouth correctly, and that time they did not. But I was trying to say seemed. And speaking of seams, though, there are a lot of seams on this track, as you see. And watching the drivers so far in qualifying, they're definitely getting loose, jumping over each seam through the corner. And it's going to be an exciting race tonight. 85 laps tonight. Stage break is going to be on lap 35. These guys are going to be racing pretty hard here at the beginning of the race. That's where you have to gain your track position, is on the restart. And so far, Jonah Colbert, Keith Hackney are going to be our front row. And it does not look like anyone else so far is making an attempt to go out on the track with 54 seconds left, which means that more than likely our grid is going to stay the same way that it is right now. Also, one thing that's a little bit different is that there's not as much fog as we saw yesterday, which is very nice. Really quickly, we can take a look at the race info. You can see 80 degrees for the humidity, but 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Not a very warm track tonight. It's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of grip, but still those bumps, the seams definitely make the car loose every time you jump them. So the seams will not help with the overall grip on the car. And like it's time to grid up here. There's our grid as the cars are getting ready to come out onto the track. As you see them lined up there on pit lane. We're going to go and go through our starting lineup tonight. Starting in our front row, Jonah Colbert and Keith Hackney. Second row tonight is going to be James Allen and Alex Penn. And our third row, it's going to be John McAdam and David Farmer. Right behind them, it's going to be Matt Grenier and Jacob Fiffield. Starting in that fifth row, it's going to be Jim Ott and Daniel Cunningham. And starting in our sixth row tonight, it's going to be Mike Kostek and Tony Iverson. Next row of drivers, it's going to be Nicholas Hasia and Jason Ayerson. Right behind them, it's going to be Jeremy Vaughn and Ben Speed. Right behind them, it's going to be Justin Ray and Chris. I'm going to struggle with his name even though I've said it 1,000 times. Okay, it's Chris and Adam Lancaster. I'll come back to Chris's last name here in a second. Then we have Lucas Lyons and Casey Ryback. Right behind them is going to be John Kinner, Thomas Ferreira. And rounding out our field tonight, it's going to be Finley Fitzsimmons, Brian Terry, and Michael Cole, Chris LeBourgeois. I think I said that. And exactly like Cody said, make sure everyone likes the stream tonight. It does so much for the channel. It allows us to do so much more. It allows us, to keep going on for future seasons for all the love and support that we get. So please like the stream tonight. We thank you very much, and thank you again for tuning into the Bluegrass Iracing series. As again, for another season, this is our first race this season for the Xfinity series, and starting off with a bang here at the 2-miler of Auto Club. Very bumpy track, rough corners, and it's very hard to be consistent at this track. And the drivers that are going to be the most consistent tonight are probably going to end up in the front, and we'll see that later on. But as you see, Jonah Colbert in that 31 Canes machine, and I can tell you, I'm not from up north, but I have family up north in Columbus, Ohio, and down here in North Carolina, we don't have Canes, but up north they have Canes, and I love some Canes, I will tell you that. So, I pronounced it correctly, yes. Chris Bourgeois. There we go. But yeah, really quickly, we're gonna put the ticker up on the on the top of the screen. You'll be able to see our lineup. Again, Jonah Colbert, Keith Hackney leading us off. Two proficient figures in our truck series the last 2 seasons. Both of them winners, and are now up here in the Xfinity series this season to be full time. It's going to be exciting to see these two battle. But pace car is going to make the hard left turn here. See, we're going to be going into the Geico restart zone. Jonah Colbert to start this Xfinity season. The green flag is out here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. And Jonah Colbert with a good start, but Keith Hackney with a pretty even start, that is. That one machine is going to stay beside the 31, and you already see the outside line forming up very well compared to that inside line, and that's exactly what you want, is to be right up top, more speed up there. And you see Alex Penn maybe jumping a little on the outside, but you see Keith Hackney sliding. He's loose. All these cars are loose. Big stack up in the middle, 3 wide down the back straightaway here at Auto Club on the first lap. Keith Hackney got very loose there, and you still 3 wide. Daniel Cunningham looking to his outside, to his inside. It's John McAdam in the 47 machine right in front of them. Got a battle for that 3rd place position, it looks like. The 30 machine is going to clear himself for 3rd. The 45 and the 90, I believe it's the 45 and the 99 of Jacob Fiffield and James Allen now are battling for 4th position. Already up 4 positions is David Farmer in that 84 machine, as you saw him make his way up to 2nd. And now they're 3 wide again going into the corners. You see side-by-side action everywhere. Keith Hackney making a looking move again here underneath that 30 machine of Alex Penn. And they're still 3 wide going down the back stretch. As you see, they're all spread out right here And Adam Lancaster making a move 3 wide down a little bit further back as these guys are still battling here for 3rd place. As you see the 99 machine right there. James Allen making a move outside of David Farmer here as Jonah Colbert is already up to a 1-second lead out front. And we see, look right behind them, we see Jim Ott up 2 positions. That the bright blue car with a big A on it. Jim Ott making another Xfinity return. We're excited to see him back, and he's racing hard here at the beginning of this race. But again, you see Jacob Fitfield on that outside of Keith Hackney, but Keith Hackney's making that bottom work, has gained a few positions. If we go a little bit back, Tony Iverson in that 24 machine right now underneath Daniel Cunningham, and this is the battle for 10th right now. Right behind them, the 8 of Mike Kostek. He's looking to maybe jump here underneath that 08. And right behind them is the 15 of Matt Grenier. Matt Grenier running that outside and maybe see if he can get a run. If you look right ahead of them, John McAdam, the only car right now on that bottom, and David Farmer is going to go down and give him a little bit of draft there. It's going to really help them as they're still side by side, not able to get clear. As Alex Penn's going to fall a little bit back. As you see, these guys have started to get a little bit single file once all the battles have kind of gone around, and James Allen's going to lead these guys right now in 2nd place. But you have to go way ahead of them to see Jonah Colbert right now, because that gap is still 1 second. And we see Tony Iverson making a move underneath James Ott, I believe, not going to be able to get it. John McAdam and Jim Ott are going to battle for that 7th place position. And here comes Tony Iverson on the bottom of the track, 3 wide for 7th place. It looks like it's going to go down to 2 wide, but still, Tony Iverson on the move, up 4 positions since the start of this race. Jim Ott going to secure himself into 7th, and Tony Iverson's going to secure himself into 8th. But we have a caution on the track. And it's for Brian Terry in the 13 car. As you see some nose damage. We have our first caution of the night for Brian Terry. And we'll go ahead and take a look at what happened here to Brian Terry. As again, that car was tore all to pieces. Not sure if there were any other cars involved or not. We will get, like we have, the incident here. Brian Terry's on the bottom, and that is the, I believe, the 91 of Casey Ryback. We're going to see what's going to happen here. As you see down the front straightaway, Casey's going down and Brian's going up. Maybe not expecting each other to be there. They just kind of both were going for the same real estate. And this is going to turn Brian Terry hard into the outside wall. As you see that car go up in the air, the 91, big hit. And right behind them, you see cars going everywhere trying to avoid the wreck. 67 maybe looks like he might have got a little bit of damage. That is Michael Cole. See, Michael Cole looks like he's going to save it off the inside wall. Maybe a little bit of nose damage. Looks pretty clean. Michael Cole might be fine. I'm not sure about Casey Ryback as we see him go to the inside grass. Damage for the 91, damage for the 13. Michael Cole might be all right. But that is what's going to bring out our first caution tonight here at Auto Club Speedway. There on lap 7. And pretty interesting start of this race. Let's see if maybe we can get a driver up here to start this race. See if we can move Tony Iverson up here. Hey, Tony Iverson, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, Tony, you start this race up 4 positions right now into 8th place. How's it been going out there for you, man? It's been a pretty wild race so far. We've seen 3 wide, and we've seen you make it 3 wide a few times. But how's it out there so far at the beginning of this race?
You know, I did not expect the race to be at nighttime because I never look at that. So when I saw it was nighttime, I got excited, but then I realized that we didn't have the open setup. So then I started thinking, like, what is this going to be? And honestly, I love it. It feels really racy, and I don't feel like I'm doing too much at this point. And I look forward to see how the rest of this stage goes.
All right, Tony. Well, good job so far. Keep moving up. You know, good luck. Finish this race out, especially this stage. You know, you need all the points that you can get. Lap 35, so you still got a little bit to that. But nevertheless, good luck, Tony.
Yeah, thanks, man.
That was Tony Iverson there in the 24 machine. And he's done a great job tonight. Up 4 positions so far. It's only lap 7, so still a long way to go. But still a very long way to go. It looks like everyone's going to start lining up right now as the pace car lights are off. Lap 8 out of 85 tonight. Still a long way to go. See the 30 car of Alex Penn with a little bit of rear end damage. Not sure if that was from the restart or not, but definitely going to hurt that car on the straightaway, so we'll have to watch that 30 car throughout the night. Nevertheless, though, he still has an engine underneath it. Just to go straight. And a lot of new faces up front. James Allen in that 99 machine, he's made his way already up to that second position pretty quickly. Jacob Fitfield in the 45, who will be starting in P4 here outside of Keith Hackney. Looked very strong so far at the start of this race. We saw him battle for second. Mike Kostek up to P9, John McAdam up to 10. A lot of really good battles so far. Pace car is off the track, coming to the Geico restart zone, and the green is out. Jonah Colbert with a big jump on James Allen there. 45 of Jacob Fitfield also gets a pretty decent start. David Farmer's going to go up top. Keith Hackney, the only car on the bottom right now. One car all the way outside. That is Tony Iverson, who we just talked to. Make a move here early. Keith Hackney's going to clear into third. He's going to pass Jacob Fitfield, who was the car that started on his outside, that is. Single file for the first 9 or so. Jim Ott making a move here under Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson closes that door. Right behind them, Mike Kostek still making his way up in that 8 machine. He's done a great job so far tonight, up 2 positions up to 9. It looks like we may have a battle heating up here for the lead. You see James Allen and Jonah Colbert going at it. Keith Hackney right behind them. And to the outside, Jacob Fitfield in that 45 machine, and way outside is David Farmer. Trying to make a move there, not going to be able to completely get it. And here comes Alex Penn. Alex Penn's going to clear himself into 5th now. David Farmer back to 6th. Tony Iverson made up the position on that restart, up to 7th. And here comes James Allen for the lead underneath Jonah Colbert. James Allen really going to send it in there. It's going to get really tight underneath the 31 machine. It's going to open the door for Keith Hackney in the 1 car. You see him go right underneath right away. Jonah Colbert is going to try to break that draft off, but he's going to give the draft help to Keith Hackney right now as the battle's on for 2nd place right behind them. As you see, here comes Jacob Fitfield making a move underneath that 99 machine of James Allen. And that's what happens when you mess up 1 corner. All the cars just get big momentum off the corner. It just allows that car to propel itself forward throughout the entire straightaway. And that's what Keith Hackney was able to do there after that 99 got tight underneath Jonah Colbert. And that's how this track is. You know, you can drive it in really deep, especially underneath another car, but it's not always going to stick. And a lot of drivers have a lot of trouble with that. You see him slide up. Good job. He was able to get off of it. And they stay clean. As you see Tony Iverson battling now. This is the race for 6th. See side by side right now. Tony Iverson and David Farmer. Tony Iverson again is gaining many positions to start this race. He looked good here early in that 24 machine. And he's not going to be able to pass David Farmer just quite yet. So back here, Ben Speed right now running 12th, up 4 positions for the 29 machine tonight. Looking good to start off early. And the starting position is 16. Right behind them, we see Daniel Cunningham. He's under attack from the 12 of Jeremy Vaughn. Jeremy Vaughn, who was outside, and is going to be helped from Jason Ayerson. Jason Ayerson is going to push Jeremy Vaughn. And they're going to be able to get side by side here with Daniel Cunningham. Daniel Cunningham still has the momentum going into the corner. Still just to the outside, and right behind him is the 25. Lucas Lyons and Jason Harrison now side by side. This is the battle for 15th. The 38 machine of Justin Ray. Up one position to start tonight. Right behind them in 3 car, Thomas Ferreira up 6 positions tonight. Thomas has looked pretty strong so far to start this race. Right behind them we have John Kinder in the 21 machine. Nicholas Hashia and Chris Labourgeois right now battling. This is for the 22nd position. Casey Ryback with damage at the front of that car. And Michael Cole looks like he might have gotten a piece of that wreck as well. But let's go back up front. Jonah Colbert up to a pretty decent lead right now over James Allen, who is still holding Keith Hackney right behind them. But Alex Penn has made his way up to 4th place. As you see Keith Hackney now using that outside to his advantage. Speaking of using the outside to the advantage, Tony Iverson way up high right now. It looks like he has lost a few positions as Jim Ott, David Farmer, and Mike Kostek all get around him. Keith Hackney's still not able to get around that 99 car just yet. But right behind him, Alex Pinkman will maybe trying to sneak a move here under Keith Hackney. Not going to be able to do anything just yet. If we go a little bit further back, Jim Ott and David Farmer side by side. Here comes the 8 car of Mike Kostek. He's looked really good early underneath David Farmer, and Jim Ott's going to go down, and that's going to allow that 8 car to have the draft, so this will kind of pull him forward over the 84. And if you look right ahead of them, Alex Penn attacking Keith Hackney now is that 30 machine. Keith Hackney's really going to pinch him down there, not giving him much space. He's going to stay on that right corner panel. That's not going to allow him to get by, but still side by side going down the backstretch. Alex Penn trying to make a move here on Keith Hackney. Side by side going into the corner. Keith Hackney has the preferred line right here. But Alex Penn really good through the center of the corner. Not able to completely get him yet. And you'll see James Allen go low and try to give him the draft. He's going to use the apron, take up as much track as he can. It's that little bit of rear end damage, which I have to think is affecting that car down the straightaway. And Keith Hackney clear still for 3rd. Alex Penn is going to go back to 4th. Mike Kostek. Oh, we got 1 car in the wall. It's the 45. They're all going to stack up here. So we just got very so close into the wall. Colbert still our leader. He's looked really good tonight. He's been out front so far the entire race. See, he's opened his gap up to a 0.8 second lead now on James Allen. Alex Penn, Mike Kostek has done great tonight. As you see, he's looking to the outside of Keith Hackney right now. Oh, 3 wide. Jim Ott to the bottom of Keith Hackney. And that's going to make the one lose all the momentum in the world right there. Mike Kostek's going to take over 4th, and Jim Ott's going to take over 5th place now. You know, this is not where Keith Hackney wants to be at. You see right there, David Farmer using that outside. Tony Iverson, we've seen him all over the track tonight. He's now underneath David Farmer, and this is the battle for 6th place. See how close they kind of get together over time, and they don't really spread away from each other. That's what that data shows. These guys are just really close throughout this entire run until the tires really start to wear off. The battle for 3rd is now underway as Mike Kostek is looking underneath Alex Penn. This is for 3rd position. See Alex Alex Payne is going to get a little bit tight, slide up the track, and this is going to open the door as Keith Hackney into the wall. The one car is starting to look a little bit tight now in this dirty air. Jim Ott's looked really good here early. The car looks like it's just able to roll in the bottom very nicely right now. You see him getting underneath that 30 machine. Mike Kostek's going to clear his way into third place. Here comes Jim Ott. Jim Ott making a looking move underneath Alex Penn now. On the bottom, and look right behind them. Tony Iverson gained another position up to 6th place. Right behind them, Matt Grenier. He's done a good job because he's a little bit further back to start off, but he is back up to 8th place now, battling 45 Jacob Fiffield. Grenier not able to completely get by him yet. Still side by side, and right behind them you see Ben Speed and Keith Hackney, man. He hit the wall pretty good off of turn 2, and you can see that Keith is starting to struggle now. All the way back to 11th place at the moment. The 38 machine of Justin Ray making a move to the outside of Jason Harrison. There's their side-by-side going down the backstretch. Keith Hackney looking to go into the pits here. Same thing with Jason Harrison as we have green flag pit stops now, and a lot of drivers are in, at that matter of fact. You see a few drivers are going to stay out, a few drivers are going to come in, but Matt Grenier going to be one of those drivers who stays out. Machine of Ben Speed right now is going to take over that 2nd place during the pit cycle. Justin Ray right behind them. In 3rd, John Kinder. He's trying to make a move here to the outside. It looks like we're going to see more drivers come in and pit. And John Kinder is going to be the one person to stay out, including, it looks like, Adam Lancaster. Thomas Ferreira is also going to stay out. And Chris LaBourgeois going to retain that 4th position as at the moment. John Kinder right now. You see all these cars coming out of the pits. John Kinder just putting these guys a lap down, but these guys are going to have much fresher tires. They're probably going to go by him pretty quickly. These guys in front of John Kinder have already pitted. Ben Speed, Justin Ray will be coming out of the pits. Same thing with Lucas Lyons. He's in the pits. With Ben Speed right there. 45 Jacob Fiffield. Right behind him, 38 of Justin Ray. John Kinder, though, still our leader, but because he is not pitted right now, everybody but the top 4, which is John Kinder. Adam Lancaster. Thomas Ferreira. You see how tight it is coming out of pit road, even on such a wide track. They're just 3 wide right behind them. You can see how much tires have an advantage here. You'll see Thomas Ferreira here, and you see the 12 go right underneath him. Almost same thing that 47 machine. 3 wide now off of turn 3 and 4. And now John Kinder's still out. We're on lap 27, or 26 that is, out of 85. A long way to go in this race. But remember, we do have a stage break. Lap 35. John Kinder's still our leader as of right now. We'll go take a look. You see Jonah Colbert all by himself right now. And the second car behind them is Jim Ott and James Allen. But Jim Ott is actually making a move now for James Allen. And once the pit cycle's out, Jim Ott will be 2nd place. Chris LaBourgeois looks like he is coming into pit road. See him right there. Come back to John Kinder, though. Him and Adam Lancaster, both teammates, both on this longer strategy. Stay out. Maybe they took fuel on the first stop. Colbert right now. All by himself. James Allen. Mike Kostick, who's had a great night so far. McInerney's made up a lot of positions right now. We got 3 wide right here. Michael Cole in the 67. Down low, but Alex Penn is under attack from Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson looking really good here. Right behind him is Lucas Lyons. Up a lot of positions to start this night off. He's done a great job in that 25 machine to make his way up to the position he's at right now. Is right behind him. Tony Iverson's going to get pretty tight up into the wall. No, Tony Iverson up into the wall is going to scrape that right side. We saw how much that affected Keith Hackney earlier. You see Keith Hackney battling with Jason Harrison. We got a caution on the track. I believe this was the 47 of John McAdams. We see him spun out. I saw him get very close to another car off of turn 2. I'm not sure. I think they were 3 wide off of turn 2, but caution's out. We're going to go back and see what happened. All right. So here's the 47, John McAdam. And let's see what happened here. You see the 28 right outside of him. That is Nicholas Asia. And you'll see him just go right up. And again, kind of battling for the same real estate. Nicholas just was not fully clear. And John McAdam hard into the outside wall. See him go down the track. Daniel Cunningham does a fantastic job of avoiding him. 47 locks it up very well. He's going to keep that car off of anything else other than that outside wall. Yeah, that will bring out the caution. John Kinder, Adam Lancaster, all in, including the 47 and John McAdams, who just wrecked there. But this is going to give the lead right back to Jonah Colbert. Jim Ott right behind him, as they're going to have a shootout to the end of this race. As you see, right, or to the end of the stage, that is there on lap 30 out of 85. Remember, that stage break's going to be coming at lap 35. Again, remember to hit the thumbs up button on this broadcast. It does so much for the league itself. Allows us to reach out to more partners for future seasons, and this season, that is, and show support for our drivers. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Man, what a race so far. These cars have been very racy. We've seen 3 wide a lot. We've seen 2x2x2x2 a lot. These guys are really racing very hard right now, and what you want to see early is we only have a few retirements so far. It looks like Finley Fitzsimmons and Brian Terry are both out of the race. John McAdam looks like he is getting repairs on that 47 machine. Hopefully it looks like he'll get back out there. Same thing with Jacob Fitfield. Not sure what happened to the 45. He had been up front, fallen a lap down. AC Ryback, we saw him getting an incident early, 4 laps down, but out on track. Jeremy Vaughn in the pits. Few drivers looking like they're going to go in and top off or get damage fixed. One of those was Tony Iverson, who looked like he hit the wall pretty hard on that right side. And, it's really unfortunate. You've been up front a lot. But looks like the lights are out on the pace car. See right there, all the drivers are going to get their wave around lap back. And we're going to get going racing again. Jonah Colbert, our leader, has been the leader most of the night. We saw John Kinder lead a few laps through that transition pit cycle. Jim Ott's going to be second. It looks like Jonah Colbert's going to choose the outside. Matt Grenier going to be right behind Jonah Colbert. Third place, Mike Kostek, who's had a great run so far, up 7 positions. He's looked very strong early. Alex Penn, David Farmer, 5th and 6th. They've looked really good tonight, both of them. Fastest lap of the night so far goes to Jonah Colbert. Ran a 396. Still looking nice here in California. Partly cloudy. 64 degrees is the air temp, and 64 degrees is the traffic temp. The pace speed around here is 70 miles an hour. Got to be very tedious here at the start. Make sure you don't speed before the Geico restart zone. Pace car is off. Jonah Colbert's leading us for a 4-lap shootout.
Green, green, green.
Green flag is out. Jonah Colbert, big stack up on the outside. Matt Grenier did not get going. David Farmer did. David Farmer's going to have to relinquish that position, and he did. Matt Grenier on that outside, as you see Jonah Colbert up to 170 miles going into the corner. We're battling right behind them. Matt Grenier's losing a lot of speed because he had to check up, and this is going to create 3 wide. Jim Ott to be inside of Matt Grenier now. As you see, they are going everywhere as of right now. Right behind them, you see, I believe that's Keith Hackney all the way on the bottom of the track, making up a few positions there, even after that damage. We got a battle up here now as Alex Penn looking to the outside of Matt Grenier. This is going to be very tight, but they're going to squeeze each other up there. Jim Ott right below them as we got a battle for the lead now. David Farmer underneath Jonah Colbert, and he's going to take the lead. Not sure if maybe he had taken tires on his last stop or not. And it looks like him and Alex Penn in that 30 machine both took tires. So both on a little bit of a different strategy here. Taking tires here, not at the end of the stage break. James Allen looks like he also maybe played that same strategy, and that 99 cars were 4 wide in turn 3 and 4. Keith Hackney maybe looking like he's on a similar strategy. And that one machine to take tires before the stage. David Farmer now out to a pretty good lead over Alex Penn and James Allen. But they're still right there. They're still in his wake of that draft, so they can get up there anytime. You see Jonah Colbert, Keith Hackney now to the outside of the 31 machine. Back in here, you see Jim Ott, Mike Kostek right now battling for this 7th position as they're side by side. Gonna have the outside drafting help. Now the battle's on for second as here comes James Allen. He's looked very good so far in that 99 machine. Maybe looking to make a move here outside of that 30 car of Alex Penn. But again, what do you do here if you're these guys? You're going to have a little bit older tires to start off the next stint of the race. So, but this is to gain track position as this is going to be the last lap here for the stage. James Allen with that outside is going to have the momentum as he's going to clear Alex Penn now. David Farmer with a little bit of rear end damage, just like Alex Penn, is now under attack from James Allen. As David Farmer's going to block low, is going to block high. James Allen is going to bring that car off the ground, got underneath him. As here he comes to the outside. 3 and 4, he's going to shut the door. Maybe crossover move here for James Allen. Side by side, coming off of turn 4. James Allen down to the apron. And it's going to be...
All right, man.
Don't
Caution
know.
is out. Caution is out.
Looks like maybe David Farmer got it. Wow. What a race to the end of the stage here. We are going to have to get a replay as the caution is out. All right, so right here from David Farmer, we're going to take a quick look at the end of this stage. This is how close it was. See, maybe James Allen just clips the grass right here. Tried to do everything he can do to get it, and it just looks like he was just short. Oops, that was too quick. But it looks like he is just short. David Farmer able to capture that stage win. What a job by David Farmer. So out of the guys who all took tires on the last stop, it looked like David Farmer, James Allen, Alex Penn, Keith Hackney, and maybe Ben Speed all did not take tires, or they all took tires. So they're going to be on a little bit of an off strategy here. We'll see if they go in here to pit to top off on fuel, which it seems like they're doing. But I would be very surprised to see these guys who took tires the last stop to take tires again. More than likely, it looks like they'll probably just fill up on fuels. You see the field all roll down pit road. A very wide pit road here at Auto Club, which is awesome. But also a pretty long one as well. Feels like this pit road goes for too long. We'll go to the end of pit lane here as you see the drivers coming in. Stop and get some 4 fresh Goodyear tires, or for those who maybe took fuel. And you see right there the 99 out very quickly. Same thing with Keith Hackney out very quickly. Ben Speed, one of those drivers who, and we see David Farmer come out. Not sure if maybe he was fixing damage. Same thing with Alex Penn. Maybe they took tires, but we only have 4 sets of tires. So this would already be their second set used, which means that they would have 1 more for the rest of the race. And I'm not sure if that is exactly what you want. But nevertheless, you know, different strategies always plays out for different people. So let's see what happens here. I'm trying to get a look here on the pace car to see if maybe we can get a friend up here in the booth really quickly. Hey, David Farmer, you got a copy?
Hey, yeah, I got you, man.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Look pretty strong there. Not sure if I know you're going into pit here to maybe top off on fuel or such, so sorry for interrupting you, but
Oh, you're good.
you got that stage win? How's it feel?
It feels great. You know, of course, coming down to Xfinity and racing with these guys, there's a lot of talent here, so hopefully I can keep my luck going.
Yeah, and definitely a lot of different strategies going on. Did you take tires before that pit stop? Or,
I took tires on the first green flag stop.
Gotcha. So, all right, well, good luck. Go get them. Good job on your first stage win of the season here in the Xfinity Series.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah. All right, there was David Farmer, our stage winner. That is, he only won the stage by a few inches, but nevertheless, it's a stage win. So now James Allen's going to be our leader here. Keith Hackney is going to be in second. And then right behind him is Ben Speed in that 29 machine, up 12 positions right now on his strategy call. Also took tires on that last pit stop. These guys are going to have about 4 laps on their tires compared to Jonah Colbert, Mike Kostek, Matt Grenier, Jim Ott, Lucas Lyons. So, again, varying strategy tonight so far. And we'll see if it plays in their favor. Hope y'all are enjoying the broadcast tonight. Been working hard on my production game, but I cannot promise the best. But Bluegrass Iracing series has given me the opportunity to be here. It's been such a blast so far, just through the first race and a half. So again, make sure you hit that like button. And the pace car just took its hard left. We're going back green flag racing here at Auto Club Speedway.
Green, green, green.
And 99, James Allen off to a pretty big start. Jonah Colbert to the outside of Keith Hackney already, which is exactly what he wants. He has a little bit fresher tires. You're going to see that 31 machine maybe be a little bit quicker here than the one in the 99. Keith Hackney holding his own, though. His tires are a little warmed up. So, you know how Keith Hackney is. He's very quick no matter what tires you give him. And you see him already side by side right now with James Allen or the lead going into turn 3. And here comes Jonah Colbert, going to push that one car, going to help him get past him. New leader here at Auto Club Speedway. It's going to be Keith Hackney, but don't look behind you. Jonah Colbert right now with a full head of steam. And that Canes Chevy is looking for that lead again, but we'll go back a little bit here. We see battle there for 7th place. Jim Ott and Lucas Lyons right now side by side going into turn 1. Lucas Lyons has that bottom. Kind of cuts the track a little bit. See him. Not going to be able to get it done right there. Jim Ott holding his ground, and John Kinder and Adam Lancaster. Oh, Jim Ott Turn out Lancaster, one car up in the air. That is Jason Harrison. Massive wreck on the backstretch here at Auto Club Speedway. Lucas Lyons around. And Jason Harrison took off like an aeroplane. John Kinder, massive damage at the front of that. Jim Ott, massive damage. A lot of cars involved in this one. Keith Hackney, our leader, over Jonah Colbert. The 83 of Chris LeBourgeois, also involved in this incident. And that is the big one at Auto Club. All right, so we're going to take a look at what caused this incident here. See Lucas Lyons in the 25 machine. You're going to see Jim Ott is going to get sideways, and that's what's going to cause it. He's just going to get loose, go down into Lucas, and just tag him. You're going to see him go straight up into John Kinner, Adam Lancaster. Wow, and you see Jason Harrison up and over the 3 car of Thomas Ferreira up in that wreck as well. The 45. Jacob Fiffield also going to get involved in that. We'll see if maybe we can get another kind of look at this from a different view. But that 44 machine of Jason Harrison flew through the air, pirouetted. You're going to see Jason just know where to go. See him check up for it. Comes right down, just right up the rear quarter panel of Jim Ott. Thomas Ferreira, you see picking up, and what a job by that 08 of Daniel Cunningham. 45's getting back in the Kinder. Oh, man, the 27 of Austin Allen is going to be involved in this as well. Was having a solid run to start off his campaign in the Xfinity series, but you see not much that you could do, and this happens in it happens so quick, and there's just nowhere to go when these type of wrecks happen. Let's see if maybe we can get a view on this off the corners. You see right there, Jim Ott is just gonna get sideways into Lucas, hard into the outside wall. Yeah, 44 up in the air, and carnage on the backstretch. Really quickly before we go, I have to go see this from Daniel Cunningham's point of view, because this was amazing what he did to get through this incident. Go find Daniel Cunningham, and we'll go to his helmet cam. Watch what he does to avoid this. As you see, about 5 cars ahead of him, Jim Ott sideways, going to get down into Lucas Lyons. Watch what he does to avoid this. Watch Jason Harrison go into the air. And what wreck avoidance by Daniel Cunningham. Unbelievable. Is that 44 still spinning in front of him? Does a great job. He's going to miss the wreck. Great job. Now where this leaves us is that we have a lot of damaged race cars. Keith Hackney, our leader. He's on his way back up to the front. Jonah Colbert, second. Kostek is going to be third. Behind them, James Allen is going to be fourth. Mac Renier is going to be P5. Ben Speed, P6. Alex Penn is going to be P7. Daniel Cunningham, who we just saw avoid that wreck. It was awesome. Did a great job. He's going to be P9. Justin Ray is going to find himself in the top 10. John McAdam, after that early incident, finds himself P11. Jeremy Vaughn, P12. Adam Lancaster, looks like he maybe got a little bit of right side damage in that wreck, if not any damage. Yeah, you see a little bit of right side damage on the 17, so he got a little bit of damage. Tony Iverson, Michael Cole, Chris LeBourgeois, who's in that last wreck. Nicholas Haysha, who was involved in a wreck as well. A lot of cars damaged from that wreck, but Keith Hackney's going to lead us off here.
Green flag.
Green flag is back out. See Keith Hackney through the gears into third gear. He'll go up into fourth gear before this corner. He's in fourth gear now. So full speed ahead, lift off here for the corner. And Keith Hackney has great throttle control. He has a dirt racing background, so he's really good with throttle control in any car that you put him in. And you see how quick he is, even on older tires. He can really make that car stick very well. Jonah Colbert maybe looking the inside here. He will be underneath that wind machine on fresher tires, but Keith Hackney closes the door. Jonah Colbert with the run going into turn one. Not sure if he's going to be able to make anything with it. Jonah Colbert, you see him going to use that outside for momentum, and right behind him, Matt Grenier underneath James Allen. This is the battle for fourth. Jonah Colbert. Maybe trying to make a move here. And it looks like he'll do it. Keith Hackney says, not just yet. Make that outside work, but Jonah Colbert's going to close the door. Just has a little bit more grip on those tires, and they're really close to the wall. Here goes Mike Kostek. Keith Hackney is going to dump a bunch of air on that spoiler. It's going to slow 31 down, but I don't know if he can slow those tires down that Jonah Colbert has on. But Jonah Colbert's going to get really loose here. He's going to have to lift. Not going to be able to just yet. Here comes Mike Kostek. He's up to third. Maybe looking to go with the 31, and looks like he's maybe going to try to push the 31. These guys have been side by side for 3 or 4 laps now. This is insane. Jonah Colbert, he's trying to close the door. He's trying everything to close the door, and he just can't do it. Keith Hackney's not giving up. Still side by side for the lead. What great racing we have here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. Jonah Colbert finally able to make that move, and he will clear Keith Hackney. Oh, he got contact for a second. Mike Kostek got really close there to Keith Hackney. Maybe made a little bit of contact off the corner. Now side by side for second. Here comes Mike Kostek. Mike Kostek will take second place. Keith Hackney's going to fall back to third. Matt Grenier and James Allen right now battling for that 4th place position, and right behind them is Ben Speed up 10 positions into that 6th position. That's a good question. I'm not 100% sure, but I think yes. I think the answer to your question, Alex Healy. Yes. Whoa! Well, Keith Hackney is way off the track. I'm not sure what happened. I'm not sure if he got loose or something. But Keith Hackney is now going to fall to Matt Grenier, who has that outside preferred line. Matt Grenier, what a race for him tonight so far. Going back to his old self, back up front, where he belongs, rightfully so. And here comes Ben Speed. Ben Speed making a run here underneath the 99 of James Allen, and he'll clear him. Ben Speed has a lot of speed in that car. Speed is his last name for a reason, as you see him into the top 5 now. Now about single file throughout the entire field. See, they spread out a little bit. The battle right now is on for first place. Jonah Colbert not able to leave Mike Kostek as he's right there on his bumper. Matt Grenier about a second behind the leader right now. And as they go further into the run, their tires will start to even out. So Keith Hackney, even though he might have 4-lap older tires at the moment, those tires will start to even out with these front guys once they get a little bit further in the run. But he was also on the outside for a while, so that may have affected those tires and the heating up sequences that they went through. And it looks like Mike Kostek right now, very smooth in that 8 car. Jonah Colbert pretty smooth in the 31 as well. Lap 52 out of 85 now this time by. David Farmer has made his way past James Allen. He's made his way up to 6th. Adam Lancaster looking past the 30. Car of Alex Penn is going to slide up right here in front of him. Adam Lancaster into 8th place, up 12 positions tonight. Beautiful scheme he has on tonight. Justin Ray has had a solid night, up to the 10th position. Jeremy Vaughn maybe looking to take that 10th position. Him and Daniel Cunningham both. Tony Iverson right behind them, trying to rebound from that damage that he sustained from the wall a little bit earlier. Has looked pretty good though tonight. Very unfortunate he got into the wall, but he definitely looked very quick starting off this race. Speaking of quick, Ben Speed has caught up to Keith Hackney. See, Matt Grenier is in the middle of Keith Hackney and Mike Kostek. Jonah Colbert has put a 2/10 gap between him and Mike Kostek. Got a battle back here now. Alex Penn. Justin Ray maybe looking to the outside of that 30 machine. Not going to be able to do it. As you see, the 99, James Allen, who's on that strategy to take tires earlier than everyone else, is starting to fall back now as his tires are starting to go pretty far down as David Farmer, Adam Lancaster are able to get by him. And Alex Penn and Justin Ray, that is, now to his outside. And here comes Jeremy Vaughn to the outside in that 12 machine. And here comes Tony Iverson. Tony Iverson's going to give him just a tap. The damaged car is the 3 of Thomas Ferrera. This is the battle for 10th right now. Jeremy Vaughn maybe trying to make it to the outside. Tony Iverson's going to get a little bit loose down there. And here comes Daniel Cunningham. Daniel Cunningham going to make that outside work. Outside of Tony Iverson now going into turn 3. We got a battle here between Adam Lancaster and David Farmer. I believe Adam Lancaster has passed David Farmer for 6th place. Jonah Colbert and Mike Kostek still right behind each other, but Matt Grenier's starting to make his way up there. Has went down from a second to about 0.8 of a second. Ben Speed still trying to work on Keith Hackney, but Keith Hackney's starting to put a gap between them too. Alex Penn maybe trying to make a move outside of David Farmer. Not going to be able to do it just quite yet. And based off of the first run, we still should have a pit stop in store. Sooner or later, I guess around like lap 60, 65, as we see Tony Iverson in. Maybe shorter than that. Alex Penn underneath David Farmer. He's going to advance his position up to 7th. That 30 car has looked really good tonight. Even with a little bit of rear end damage, has been able to make his way up to the front. No matter the circumstances, we got a battle. Daniel Cunningham and Jeremy Vaughn. This is the battle for 11th. Daniel Cunningham to the inside. Daniel Cunningham is able to take that position. Jonah Colbert and Mike Kostek still not able to get rid of him. Mike maybe trying a different line here to see if he can get a run onto the backstretch. With this track, because it's so draft reliant, you really have to wait for the person in front of you to make a mistake. And Mike just does not look eager to pass him. It looks like he's really lifting before they get to the corner and just riding it out, being very smooth, and he's waiting for Jonah to make a mistake. But Jonah doesn't really make any mistakes, so at least he showed that in the Truck Series, and he showed it tonight in the Xfinity Series. One person who doesn't make a lot of mistakes on his own, Matt Grenier, looking really good tonight. Up 4 positions. Mike Kostek up 9 positions. Mike Kostek from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. We got a battle. I believe that is Ben Speed looking underneath Keith Hackney from Bristol, Tennessee. And he is going to take that position away from last night's winner. Maybe Keith Hackney looking like he's coming into the pits, and he will come into the pits. Keith Hackney sliding, and he'll make it. Wasn't the prettiest pit stop, but nevertheless, he made it in pit road. And this is lap 60 now. So these guys maybe making a look at, or maybe trying to make it on one more stop after this. I'm going to be guessing. As you see, we got a long train of cars there. And the car that's down low passing is Tony Iverson, who's already taken tires, maybe on a little bit of a different strategy. Jonah Colbert still our leader tonight. .25 to go here at Auto Club Speedway. Ben Speed is into the pits, including Jacob Fiffield. Ben Speed's going to come in for maybe his last pit stop. Who knows if these guys can make it all the way. Like Jonah Colbert, still able to put a gap between him and that 8 car, but Jonah is losing revs here, which makes me think that he's pitting, which he is. You see that 31 machine coming in pretty quick. Same thing with the 8. Matt Grenier is going to follow the leader right in. It's going to give the lead to Adam Lancaster. Alex Penn maybe trying to make a move here on Adam Lancaster. Alex Penn's just going to back off here, which maybe that 30 machine may be coming in this time as we hear. And he'll stay out. I feel like a lot of these drivers are going to try to stay out as long as they can just to make sure they have enough fuel. Jeremy Vaughn in. Nicholas Heishi is also in. Adam Lancaster involved in the last incident, but has done a great job to rebound. You see Keith Hackney very quick on the inside on those fresh new Goodyears. Really quickly, we'll go over to Keith Hackney. Let's see, maybe we can find his pitch strategy. So, not in there, but Adam Lancaster, you see they can make it 24 to 25 laps on fuel. They've at least made it that far, 22 preferably, for those top guys. So, since their last pit stop, obviously pushing 21 for these guys who came in and topped off on fuel, these guys could probably make it a few more laps before they have to pit. Adam Lancaster, Alex Penn, James Allen, Daniel Cunningham, David Farmer, they're all looking for a caution right now. If they get a caution, they'd be right, not in front of the field, but they'd be behind a few guys with fresh tires, which is what they want. Adam Lancaster's still our leader. Jonah Colbert, with his pit stop, is going to put a gap on Mike Kostek as he's been able to go in front of him by a pretty significant distance. Once we get all separated out, is Alex Penn, James Allen, David Farmer all coming down this time for what looks like their final pit stop of the race. And another thing that you got to remember is that these guys are saving fuel by drafting. So if you're not behind a car, you know, what is this going to do for you on this next run? Will you be able to maintain that fuel saving, not even fuel saving, but just the fuel stint that you did last time? So guys who maybe made it, you know, pushing 25, 24 laps, they may only be able to make it 23 or 22 without the draft. So Adam Lancaster in that 17 machine looks like he is coming in this time. Same thing with Daniel Cunningham. Both those drivers coming in, and Jonah Colbert will be able to retain the lead, but he is just coming off a turn 2 right now. He's got a little bit before he takes over the lead, but he will take over the lead. As you see, Mike not too far behind, and Matt Grenier still behind him. And Tony Iverson, with his strategy right now, is up to 6th place. But again, he has way older tires, and I'm not sure if Tony will be able to make it on fuel because he pitted significantly earlier than anyone else. Tony Iverson right now up to 6th, and Jonah Colbert is finally going to retain that lead as he's got a few cars in front of him that were involved in incidents, but no troubles there. That is a casual 3-wide move for Jonah Colbert. As you see the separation between the 31 machine of Jonah Colbert and the 8 machine of Mike Kostick, and Matt Grenier's not too far behind. You see him there. Tony Iverson up to 4th place now. So he is rotated there, but we'll see how this strategy works out for him. This driver should have probably one more set of extra tires if they haven't used it yet. See Mike Kostick now stuck behind these few guys right here. Traffic. We got a battle here. Ben Speed and Keith Hackney. We've seen these guys all over each other. Ben Speed just not able to get by Keith Hackney just yet on the little bit fresher tires. Keith Hackney, holding that 5th place position at the moment, has done a great job tonight. Adam Lancaster is going to cycle out in 9th after staying out, but the one benefit is now for the last 20 laps, he has fresher tires. He's more than likely going to be the fastest car on the track, but the only problem is that he is 15 seconds behind the leaders. I'm not sure where he was at before the pit cycle all started, but it may gain him positions. But Jonah Colbert right now up to a 2.5 second lead over Mike Kostick right now. Really quickly, let's go. Let's make a rundown through the field. First place right now, Jonah Colbert. Second place right now is Mike Kostick. Matt Grenier right now in 3rd, but he's looking to take over that 2nd place position. Tony Iverson right now in 4th. Keith Hackney 5th. Ben Speed is in 6th. Alex Penn, who's had a very solid run tonight, is in 7th. Adam Lancaster on his fresh tires are in 8th. James Allen, who we saw run in the top 5 the first 40 or so laps, in 9th. Jeremy Vaughn's going to be rounding out our top 10 right now. Daniel Cunningham is in 11th. 12th is going to be David Farmer. 13th is Justin Ray. 14th, Nicholas Asia. And Austin Allen right now is in 15th. Michael Cole is in 16th. Chris LeBourgeois right now in 17th. Jacob Fiffield in 18th. Lucas Lyons after that wreck earlier, right now in 19th. And Casey Ryback is in 20th. Jason Arison, who is on track incredibly after that car was up in the air earlier, right now is in 21st. And other than that, every other car right now is off the track. The one car that is on the track just fine right now is Jonah Colbert, our leader. As those laps are just ticking down, and I can tell you as a driver that these are going to be a long 16 laps. You are just hoping for no caution, and you just want this thing to go green, because 2.5 second lead right now really is a benefit at this track, because this is way too far back for any car to really have a wake of their draft. So right now, Matt Grenier, who actually just passed Mike Kostick, you see him, he's coming pretty quickly. Down to 2.3 seconds, but Matt Grenier is really pushing that car. Matt Grenier is really getting no help from Jonah Colbert's car as of right now, so really it's going to be all on tires, tire saving to the end of this run. But you see Matt Grenier running that second lane. He is in no tire saving mode, and he is on full throttle mode. He's got the lead down to 2 seconds. He is really pushing compared to Jonah Colbert. I'm not sure if Jonah Colbert might be a little bit lower on fuel, but again, that's all part of the strategy that these drivers have. Matt Grenier knows where he's at. He's a very experienced driver in this league, and he may think that he has a chance to win this if it goes green all the way. So we'll keep an eye on Matt Grenier. There's Tony Iverson in the pits. Same thing with Jeremy Vaughn. These guys are pitting because they pitted earlier than everyone else, so maybe just hoping for a caution. Ben Speed and Keith Hackney still going at it for this 4th place position. And Ben Speed will be able to get that 4th place position. What a run for that 29 machine tonight. Up 12 positions from 16th and 4th. He's done a great job. And he's been battling with one of the best in the league, Keith Hackney, all night. And he's done a great job being able to maintain that. But Ben Speed right now is approximately about 7 seconds behind the leaders. So he's got a little while to go. But Matt Grenier has got the delta underneath 2 seconds, actually 1.6 seconds. So he is really catching Jonah Colbert. But what will this effect have on him in the later parts of this run? Will his tires be heated up too much? And when the tires heat up too much, practically it goes through the, I believe it would be like the outside of the trim first. The outside of the tire trim becomes very heated up. It's pushing probably 212, maybe even like 230 at this point because of how hard he's driving it. Really pushing about 230 degrees, so that tire surface really wears over time, which once that tire starts to go down and down, it means less and less grip. And here at Auto Club, you need a lot of grip, and the grip is where the seams are. So you're going to see these drivers put their left sides on that seam going around, whether it's the very bottom seam, which is that white line that goes around the bottom of the track. We've seen Matt Grenier use that second seam in turn 3 and 4. You'll see him go right now. You'll see he's going to try to get his left sides down there, and he will right there, and that's where the grip is. So Matt Grenier, you know, very experienced. He knows these tracks very well, and you can see that he's really quick right now, running very quick compared to Jonah Colbert. Matt Grenier looking good right now. 1.2 seconds behind Jonah Colbert. Not sure if Jonah Colbert's maybe just trying to save fuel to make it to the end, but same thing with Mike Kostick, and he came in, I think, at the same time as Jonah Colbert, but I believe all 3 of these guys came in at the same time, so Matt Grenier at this point might just say, I'm going to push it, see if I can get the lead, then save. See Keith Hackney not too far behind Ben Speed still. Both still in the top 5. Ben Speed in 4th, Keith Hackney 5th. Alex Penny's had a very solid run tonight right now in 6th. Adam Lancaster, we talked about him on those fresh tires. He's been able to cut off about 4 seconds off the leader, but again, once these tires start to go further and further into the run, the more even they start to become. So Keith Hackney's actually in the pits right now with 10 to go. So Keith Hackney cannot make it all the way. And this really is going to start raising questions about these guys. Will Matt Grenier be able to make it all the way? And that's what Jonah Colbert has to be doing right now. Him and Mike Kostick both have to be saving fuel to try to make it to the end of this race. And Matt Grenier at this point, I think, is just saying, I want to get to the leader to have a chance to win this race. But we saw Keith Hackney go in. I don't know if Keith Hackney has a set, but if he has another set of tires left, might have to watch out for him. As Ben Speed also in the pit road here with 9 laps to go. And remember that Jonah Colbert, Matt Grenier, and Mike Kostick, they were the last people to pit other than Adam Lancaster. Adam Lancaster, remember, he stayed out an extra 4 or 5 so laps. Matt Grenier, Jonah Colbert, under 1 second. What a race so far, and this is going to come down to the very last lap. Saving fuel. Jason Bridges, always good to see you. Hope you're doing well tonight. I've turned in my wheel for the microphone for the moment, but I'm having a great time with it. And Colbert's still out front right now. No one else has pitted since Ben Speed, Keith Hackney. Jonah Colbert's still on track. We see Matt Grenier right behind him, but Matt Grenier, ever since he's gotten here, is slowly inching his way up there, but he's right behind Jonah Colbert. He's there. 7 laps to go here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. Here comes Matt Grenier, looking underneath Jonah Colbert. Jonah Colbert looking like he's just saving. He's going to give it to Matt Grenier. Matt Grenier's going to take the point. He will take the lead here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. And Jonah Colbert may be doing the smart thing here if he's trying to save. He's going to use Matt Grenier's draft, and this is going to really help him save fuel going into the corners and down the straightaways. He could lift a little bit earlier than he would, but Matt Grenier is just sailing away. I'm not sure. I think Matt Grenier came in at the same time as these guys. I'm not sure if he saved early, but it didn't look like it. He's been going full pedal to the metal, and he's already out to almost a second lead. So my guess is I don't know if Matt Grenier can make it all the way. I think he still has to make one more pit stop, especially how far he's been pushing it. But man, Matt Grenier was shot out of a cannon. Mike Kostek, as you still see him 4-5 seconds behind the leader. Alex Penn has made his way up into the fourth. Adam Lancaster in fifth. And remember, Adam Lancaster down to 10 seconds. He's cut about 6 seconds off the lead. But will that be enough as Matt Grenier up to a 2.5 lead here at Auto Club? As you don't even see Jonah Colbert in the picture anymore. There's the gap between first and second. If you look very far back, you can see third place. All the way down on the bottom, which was Mike Kostek. I'm not sure if maybe he's thinking about pitting here, if he's just letting Keith go by and he's saving. Now, Ben Speed is past Keith Hackney. As we see Ben Speed right there a little bit ahead of him. So, if everyone runs out of fuel, Ben Speed may be in a really good position. But, again, Adam Lancaster was the guy who stayed out the longest 4 laps to go here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. Can Matt Grenier make it all the way? We're going to watch his time delta. Or not his time delta. His, where is... I'm trying to find his, there it is, right there. We're going to look at his speed. It's 190 miles an hour right now. Not letting off at all. 3-second lead now for Matt Grenier over Jonah Colbert. See Mike Kostek right there. Alex Penn is only about a second behind that 8 machine now. And Matt Grenier's coming into the pits with 4 laps to go. Matt Grenier in the pits. Cannot make it all the way. He knew he couldn't make it all the way, so he pushed as hard as he could. Jonah Colbert, new leader. Can he save fuel? Jonah Colbert really going slow. Like he's only going 146 miles an hour in the center of the corner. We saw Matt Grenier pushing 190 entering turn 3. When we watch Jonah Colbert, I bet he'll probably be around 180-ish. And you see him letting off really early. He's letting off in the middle of the straightaway almost, which means that he has to save a ton of fuel. And he's holding the clutch down. Maybe a little bit of gas right now just to get it out of the corner. Tony Iverson in 12th looking to unlap himself here. And man, this is going to be very exciting. We've seen Mike Kostek. He's really saved fuel, but he is really starting to go quick down. Here comes Alex Penn. Alex Penn up to second place. Can Alex Penn have an impact on the end of this race? 2 laps to go here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. Alex Penn, you see that he's lifting pretty well. He's lifting a lot too, but I think he's going for the lead. 2 laps to go. Jonah Colbert right now in the lead. Adam Lancaster 4.5 seconds back, and we know he can make it. Jonah Colbert into turn 3 for the second to last time. 140 miles an hour. He is still saving. Jonah Colbert really slow on the bottom of the track. He's going to take the short way around. Jonah Colbert is losing. Here comes Alex Penn. Alex Penn to the outside of Jonah Colbert. Jonah Colbert's out of fuel. Where's Mike Kostek? Because we see him right back there. Alex Penn off of turn 2. Can he make it to the end of this race? James Allen's past Adam Lancaster for that 4th place position, but it's all about Alex Penn. Mike Kostek up to second place. Alex Penn, we see him in turn 3 and 4. That car is accelerating. He just needs to go for a 1/4 of a mile. Alex Penn off in turn 4, down the front straightaway. He's going to save enough fuel. Alex Penn is going to win the first Xfinity race here at Auto Club of the season. What a race. And James Allen is going to come second in the 99 machine. What a race. What a comeback for James Allen. Mike Kostek is going to finish 3rd as we see him out of fuel. Adam Lancaster with his strategy is going to finish 4th. And where did James Allen come from, man? To make it into the podium position. What a race as you see your unofficial results there on the left side. Alex Penn our winner here in the Bluegrass Iracing Xfinity Series. Wins the first one of the season. And I can tell y'all that if y'all have never heard an excited driver, Alex Penn is going to give us a show. And you see him doing his burnout right on the Auto Club sign. What a win for Alex Penn, and this is going to lock him into the playoffs. Unbelievable. But really quickly, we are going to go and look at our race results. There they are. Alex Penn is going to win tonight's race. Saving enough fuel, he's going to make it all the way. James Allen's going to be second. Mike Kostick's going to be third. Adam Lancaster's going to be fourth. Daniel Cunningham's going to be fifth. David Farmer's going to be sixth. Jonah Colbert is going to finish seventh after not making it all the way on fuel. Matt Grenier's going to be eighth. Justin Ray ninth. Ben Speed is going to be 10th. Keith Hackney 11th. Austin Allen's going to be 12th. Tony Iverson's going to be 13th. Jeremy Vaughn's going to be 14th. Nicholas Hashi is going to be 15th. Michael Cole's going to round out the field in 16th. Or round out, not the field, but he's going to be in 16th. Chris LeBourgeois is going to be in 17th. And Jacob Fiffield is going to finish 18th tonight. And looking here at the rest of our field, Lucas Lyon's going to finish 19th. Jason Arison, after going in the air, is going to be 20th. Casey Ryback at 21st. John McAdams going to finish 22nd. Thomas Ferreira is going to finish 23rd. Jim Ott's going to finish 24th. John Kinder 25th. Brian Terry 26th. And Finley Fitzsimmons is going to finish 27th tonight. So we're going to take one quick break and get everyone ready here in the booth. Well, it's only me, but we're going to get all of our drivers in the top 3 in the booth. So we will be right back in a moment. All right, we are back, and we got our drivers here in the staging area. So we're gonna go and pull up our third place finisher tonight, Mike Kostick. Let me see if we can get him in here. Hey, Mike, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Well, what a race there at the end. We saw you up front battling with Jonah. Especially there with a few laps left before y'all had to pit. You stayed right behind him, tried to save as much fuel as you could, it looked like. And at the end there, it looks like you saved enough fuel, but just not enough to get the win.
Yeah, I ran out coming out of 4. When I came out of pit road, I seen it was a couple laps short, so I was just clutching it every chance I got through that run and kind of going partial throttle down the straightaways. I don't think if I would have pit for fuel, I would have had enough time to make it back up. So just kind of going full send and hope it worked out.
Yeah, and you showed a lot of speed throughout the race. You started back in, I think, 11th place, and you quickly made your way up into the top 5 and was racing very hard there early, especially, getting into the top 3. And, you caught up to the leaders pretty quickly, and you're able to run with them the entire race. What does this do to you going forward? Like, is it just a momentum boost for you?
Yeah, I usually don't run too well here. Tend to burn the right front up. Jonah was able to give me some pointers though to save that. So, yeah, it's definitely a good momentum builder for the rest of the season.
All right, Mike. It was awesome watching you race tonight. Do you have any teammates, sponsors, friends, family that you'd like to thank?
Yeah, thank you for doing the broadcast. Teammates at JC Motorsports and everybody else in the league for letting me join and have fun.
All right. That was Mike Kostick, and he was our third place finisher tonight. And we're going to go ahead and pull up our second place finisher. Hey, Jimmy, or James Allen, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you. You call me Jimmy.
Jimmy, all right. So, Jimmy, it was we saw you up in the top 5 early, fell back a little bit, especially with the varying pit strategies, and I'm not gonna lie, I have no idea where you came from, but you came all the way back up to second. Tell us about your night, Jimmy.
Yeah. I was just saving a lot of fuel. Ever since the stage break, I was saving fuel. I'm not very good at it. My cousin Austin, he saved more fuel than me consistently throughout the race. But I was able just to save enough that with 2 to go, I quit clutching it and quit killing the engine and took off and was able to get by Alex there.
Yeah, and so I don't know if you were able to see it, but we saw Jonah, Mike, and Matt Grenier all come in at the same time. Did you go an extra lap? Is that where you were able to save enough fuel, or was it just from the start you just started saving fuel after that one caution and it just kind of got you there?
Yeah, so I kind of figured if I can make it to lap 65, I'd be okay. So I was able to make it to lap 65. So I came out of the pits and said, okay, I can go without saving any fuel now and make it 20 laps. As that ran on, I realized I wasn't going to, so I just had to go back into conserve mode. It's not fun racing like that, but you'll have that at the big tracks.
Yeah, and nevertheless, 99 was really quick tonight. You were able to wheel it up there, be in the top 5 for a little bit tonight, and it was awesome watching your race. So if you have any family, friends, sponsors, teammates that you'd like to thank, go ahead.
Teammate only, Austin Allen. Nobody else helps me, so it's him. That's it.
All right. It was awesome seeing your race tonight, Jimmy. Hope to see you back. You did a great job, and we're excited to see if you keep racing like this because you really made the top 5 interesting tonight.
All right, see you guys next week.
See ya. And last but not least, up here in the booth, Alex Penn, the man, the myth, the legend, saved enough fuel and put the pedal to the metal and got the win tonight. Alex, how does it feel to get a win here in the Bluegrass Iracing Xfinity Series?
It feels fantastic, especially to get one that wasn't on a road course, which I honestly thought that's only place I'd be getting wins.
Yeah, and I know you do a bunch of designing and stuff, and I'm very excited to see this because I'm sure there's going to be a lot of really cool designs with your burnout with the amount of fuel that you had left there in the grass. But I mean, how was your race tonight? We saw you in the top 5 a lot, top 10 that is, all night. And we saw you even get a little bit of damage, I think, on like one of the initial restarts that you got a little bit of rear end damage, and you overcame it. You were fast all night, able to be there on the short run, the long run. You were always in the top 10, in the top 5. So tell us how your race went.
Yeah, early on I had gotten tagged in the rear end. Luckily, I never really felt the damage that happened back there. I had just backed out too early and almost I kind of gotten run over from behind. So no fault to whoever was behind me. That's on me. But I didn't really expect to be able to hang in on long run speed because through all the testing that I had done throughout the week, I was destroying the tires. So to be able to stay up with the guys at the front was pretty awesome.
Yeah, man. So congratulations on getting a win here. Go ahead and thank your fine sponsors, family, friends, teammates, whatever else you got. Go ahead and thank them all.
I'm going to start off with the crew chief, GT Hawkins. He came up with that strategy for me, and it paid off in dividends.
I'm really quickly going to say, for everyone out there watching this, if you have GT Hawkins as your crew chief, it's going to be a good night. I can tell you that.
Absolutely. Definitely the guys at Cornerstone Motorsports, Finley, Dave, and Justin running with me tonight. Unfortunately, Finley ended up losing connection pretty early on. Hopefully he can bounce back next week though. Gigi's Pizza, Function Junction Smoke Shop, Mountain View Detailing, and the Aerial Professionals of WNC.
Well, awesome. Congratulations tonight, Alex, on getting the win tonight. Can't wait to see you in the next few weeks and celebrate this one because you really earned it tonight.
Thank you.
All right, see you, Alex. Well, and that wraps up our first Xfinity race of the season. And boy, was that a fun race. Everyone was really racing hard. And we had an insane finish, a fuel saving finish, that is, here at Auto Club Motor Speedway. Didn't know who was going to win it. We thought it was going to be Jonah Colbert, Mike Kostek, maybe even Adam Lancaster. But Alex Pinn comes out of nowhere and secures the bag and wins it here at Auto Club. So, really quickly before we go off tonight, we want to thank our sponsors that allow us to make this all happen. Our guys over at Bluegrass Power Washing, Doorstop Nation. They partnered with us, and they have been auto racing for many years. And once we're in NASCAR a few years back, and they're still online entertaining and selling doorstops, and they've been doing it for the past 20 years. Thank you, Doorstop Nation. And then Cofield. Cofield Supply and Service, we have over 20 years in the contractor and sprayer industries in Alabama. They've done a great job. They'll be on our Cup Series broadcast tomorrow. So thank Cofield for everything that they've done for us. Another successful race for us here at the Bluegrass Iracing Series. And don't forget to tune in tomorrow night. The Cup Series will be on here on the Bluegrass Iracing Series Facebook and YouTube. So again, make sure that you hit the like button for Steve McMillan and them tomorrow night. And me personally, thank you so much for all the support. The Bluegrass Iracing Series really appreciates all the support that we've gotten over the last few weeks, months, and years. We've seen so many new drivers come in lately, and we're so thankful for every single person out there that has supported the channel and allow us to race every single week. So yeah, we will see you tomorrow night, and we'll be back for the Truck Series Monday night, and Tuesday night will be the Xfinity Series, which will be next week at Las Vegas. Other than that, everyone have a good night.